Hello everyone, what's going on? Today is Thursday, January 9th, 2014. Yep, that's right. It's the new year, everyone. 2014, and it was a great holiday over here for me in my house, and I hope everyone else had a great holiday season with Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. And, well, the other night, we had the mid-season premiere of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yep. This is actually my first review episode for the new year, too. So let's kick it off right. So this episode was the 11th one, titled The Magical Place. Basically, this centers around a lot with Coulson and his captors. Centipede captured him in the mid-season finale last year, and it's been like 36 hours. It's been like a day and a half since they lost him. And the episode starts off. May and Ward infiltrate some sort of like black market dealing with a man called Van Chat, who specializes in Jatari artifacts, and we find out that he's been in contact recently with Reyna, part of Centipede. So they take Van Chat into custody, trying to find out, where they can find Coulson. They try and use Van Chat to help them, and we see on the bus that Agent Hand, I believe, the woman we met in the Hub episode a couple episodes back, that she's sort of taken lead into this whole investigation, finding Coulson and taking out Centipede, which we see throughout the whole entire episode that she more cares about taking down Centipede than looking for Coulson. And that doesn't really suit well with the rest of the team. So Skye uses, her own methods as usual, hacking databases to try and find Coulson. But with her kind of, rehab bracelet, Hand, she doesn't like that. So she has Skye kicked off the plane, basically. And May actually, supports Hand in that decision. But we see later on that pays off. So Skye, yes, she's kicked off the bus, but also Fitz and Simmons give her some sort of sat phone, basically, to help her out, while she's, grounded, so to speak. And Skye goes onto the ground, and she takes it into her own hands to try and find Coulson, basically. And she tracks down some big man accountant. I believe it's Van Chat's accountant, to try and find out where, his financial assets have been coming from, to try and track down Reyna and Centipede. So anyway, with Coulson's side of the episode, we see him back in Tahiti, or like a very magical place. We've been hearing about it all season long. And Coulson's under this machine that Centipede, well, it's not just Centipede, it's Poe and Reyna, who are keeping captive in some sort of desert in the middle of nowhere. And this Poe, he's just not a nice guy. He's very brutal, so to speak. And his methods are just, not nice. And so, also, throughout the last couple episodes, we've been hearing about this character called the Clairvoyant. And I have some speculation, well, not so much speculation, but we started hearing rumors and information that this Clairvoyant is a telepath and possibly a future seer as well. So we'll probably hear more about the Clairvoyant in the next couple episodes following this one. And since Poe is such a brutal, not so much of a nice guy, the clairvoyant basically has him killed off because, his interrogation methods with Coulson, like I said, are brutal. So Poe is basically taken out, and Reyna is put in charge, basically, of the interrogations with Coulson and everything. While all this is going on, Sky, you know, basically captures this big man accountant, and it's great. We see Sky kind of impersonate um, Melinda May. She gets this fancy jacket, nice sunglasses, and she acts all tough and silent and everything, just like May. It's hilarious. It. She introduces herself as Melinda May as well, and it was hysterical when the accountant sees Sky, portraying Melinda May. I just had a laugh. So anyway, while keeping this accountant prisoner in his own home, May, sorry, Sky, she uses her methods of hacking and ass kickery to find out where the money trail is leading to. And, eventually it does work. She does find out the desert location where Coulson is being held. And also back on the bus, Agent Hand takes a handful of, an assault team to take out a location in the Mojave Desert, which is a location for Centipede's operations. And we actually got to see something really cool. The bus basically had to do a full-on U-turn, and the way they did it was just pretty awesome. It was probably one of the most badass moments of the episode, to be honest. Something so small as something just badass. So while Agent Hand and her strike team go in for Centipede's operations, Ward basically goes against her orders and says, no, we are not, we're taking Sky's intel and going to find Coulson, whether you like it or not. And May actually, wants to do this too. She would rather go save Coulson. So, basically, both Sky and the rest of the team on the bus meet up in the desert, and they find the super soldiers, which there was a nice little fist fight between Ward and one of them, and he had a little help actually from Fitz and Simmons with some sort of a little serum that just takes out the super soldier with a quick injection into his mouth, basically, which was pretty cool. Ward is always, kicking ass, with different ways of taking people out. And while everyone is searching for Coulson and kicking ass, we finally get some light shed onto the aspect of what really happened to Coulson after New York. And it turns out we see this machine was working on Coulson's brain. They messed with his memories, something like that, but the whole scene where he digs through his memories and sees what really happened to him was just... it was crazy. Kind of like... I was in shock almost to see what Coulson had to go through to come back to life. And it was actually kind of hard to look at it too. So once the team rescues Coulson and takes Raina out too. Um, we get Coulson back, and um, as he thanks Agent Han for helping out with the rescue, uh, we got to see Agent Han say that this plane, it's perfect for you. It's not my taste. And when I saw that, I was just like, that's for damn sure. So anyway, at the end of the episode, Coulson confronts one of the doctors who was present at the time of the operation with the brain machine for Coulson, and basically the doctor reveals that if we didn't help you and you would have lived, but you would have been a man with no will to live, so to speak, and that kind of person you do not want to be. Coulson somewhat thanks him for that, but he still knows that there's more that S.H.I.E.L.D. is not telling him. In this episode, it was also nice when Coulson was in custody with Centipede. Raina kind of touched his softer side. We never really have seen Coulson with a softer side, because what Raina did was mention the celloist player that we heard about in the Avengers film, and how much he loved her and how much she loved him, and that she was just broken down after S.H.I.E.L.D. told her he was dead. So it was nice to see a different side of Coulson. That's what this show does really well, actually. They show a softer side to these tough, silent, broad characters. That's what's great about it. They've done it with May. They've now done it with Coulson. They did it with Ward too. So that's basically my favorite part of this whole show. So next week we get a new episode. It's titled Seeds. The main things that they'll be dealing with is Coulson still wants to find out more secrets about his death. The team deals with some other people who created some sort of superstorm, and I'm not sure how that factors in with the team, but I think it's some group of kids who have some sort of abilities. And not only that, but the biggest thing that I think we're going to find out is the real truth of Sky's past and her parents, and S.H.I.E.L.D. keeping that a secret to her too. So that's basically it. So I will see you all next week with the next review. I hope everyone's having a good 2014. Have a good day. Bye.